Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so make sure to check us out there. My name is Matt, and as always, I'm being joined by my co-host and sister, Vetta.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? And on this episode so this month, our theme is, of course, Christmas, but it's unconventional Santa, and we're going to be doing the movie Fatman.
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 You wrote Fartman in a text message.
Oh man, I wish we need to watch that movie. Okay. So Vetta, before we get started on this, had you seen this movie?
No.
No, okay, this was your first show. Okay, cool. All right, well, what did you think about it overall?
I liked it.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's ask the most important question of the evening, and that is, Vetta, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a rum and coke.
But I'm drinking an Angry Orchard. I opened it earlier, so I have to drink it now, but then I also have a backup of some wine, my favorite. So that's what I'm drinking tonight, guys. But let's get through this sucker. All right, so Fatman. So I'm just going to break it down real quick and we're going to talk about it. So it's about Mel Gibson, who plays Santa, and he is up in the North Pole, and they're having some money problems because the kids in the world are not believing in Santa as much, not having the joy or hope or whatever it is. So he has to take on a contract from the government to make chips or motherboards to fit in their jets.
F-15.
Yeah, F-15. Yeah. Angel of the Sky or whatever the fuck it's called. Anyways, so then but there's also a side note. There is a little boy who is a little dickhole. He is hiring an assassin. He's hired an assassin to hunt down and kill Santa. And of course, shenanigans ensues. So that I love this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I love that Santa is such like a blue collar asshole. He's like, oh, fuck this noise, joy, and all that goodness. But I want to real quick, can we talk about my favorite part is all with the little elves? I was like, these elves are fucking adorable.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, I loved my favorite scene in this entire movie, and it's like not even like that great big a deal, but when the army guy is talking to them about their diet and like how they live, and he's like, well, you need protein. He's like, we need sugars and calories to give us our optimal carbs. Yeah.
And carbs.
And he's all like, and then he's all like, well, you need sleep. And he's like, we get 20 minutes a day. And I was like, and then
every
he's like,
8 hours. It's 20 minutes every 8 hours.
And then he's like, well, we live longer than humans. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing wrong here? What are we doing wrong here? Because I would love to live on jelly beans and soda pop and then 20 minutes of sleep. Yes, please.
Right. Okay, I could have been one of them. I meet the height requirements. Exactly. To be one of them. I should get those.
Yeah, I would have been that short and everything. I'm just the whole time I'm all like, why are we not trying to adopt this way of living? I'm all down with the sickness. And then I did also like how the government was like, hey, we want to employ you for a long time. And then he's like, this is a one-time deal, fuckers. And they're all like, well, he's like, you may not meet your quota for next year and you may not get the same money. And we might not be back with the same deal. Yeah, the pop might not be as sweet or some crap like that. And I was like, listen, fuckholes, do not threaten Santa because he'll fuck with your shit.
Right? I was like, there's a reason people get coal and you are showing
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about this little boy? Right?
Oh, Billy?
Yes, Billy. William. Okay.
Billy.
I just want to say, even though this kid was a complete monster, I have to applaud his ingenuity in terms of like getting what he wants. Like he stole those checks from his grandma and he had no qualms about writing her name on there to pay this assassin.
like was all in. He had like the little glow box thing to
yeah.
put it on. He was like sticking, oh, let me help you do this, and grabbing as many checks as he could. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he
brought you some
definitely
milk,
was.
Grandma, and I'm gonna take 40,000 while I'm at it. That's
Yeah.
I earned this 40,000. I brought you milk, bitch. And I love how he was all pissed off because he lost some science project contest. I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Who gives a shit? You were whiny. Can I ask you a question? What do you think it was that he asked for from Santa that he didn't get?
Well, that's a good question. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because the whole time I don't even know. I was trying to think of what he could have asked that he was so pissed off about. He's like, you know what? Santa needs to die for this. I was like, is any Hot Wheels worth death? I was like, so like I was like,
I don't have a clue.
and then I love how his dad, he's probably off with fucking his poor girlfriend off in the Bermuda Triangle on his boat. And I just get this shitty teddy bear. And I was like, well, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Fucking your whore girlfriend on a boat in the sun.
Right?
And I was the whole time, I'm just like, you seem like you have a pretty cushy life, fucker. Why are you all upset? You got
You've
maids.
got a driver. You've got a whole house of servants that are getting your grandma milk and then doing whatever the hell else you tell them to do.
Yeah, what could you possibly want that you didn't get that you're pissed off? Why didn't you just buy it yourself? That's what I'm curious of.
Right.
Like,
I think he was pissed he got coal, which was saying he was naughty, and he thinks he's the best because his grandma tells him he's the best.
which that's the problem. His grandma was telling him he's the best. And bring us home
Yeah, the
another
reason
blue.
Daddy's not around.
For sure, for sure. I mean, where it happened to the mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a reason it's all going down.
Yeah. And then
I liked the assassin. He was
I love the assassin.
so much him and his hamster.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love when he went into the pet store and the woman's like, you seem like a reptile guy. And he's like, you remind me of who's that? My mother. She never knew when to shut the fuck up either. I was like, oh my god, isn't that every woman, my dude? They never know when to shut the fuck up.
I love that she was like, you're a reptile guy, aren't you? And she's like, maybe a snake. And he's like, snakes eat hamsters.
yeah. Like, lady, do you want the sale or not? You keep trying to sell him shit he's not interested in. I'm like, I hate when salespeople do that shit. They try to sell you something you don't want. And you're like, listen, fucker, I said I wanted this. Stop trying to sell me everything.
Why is he trying to sell him like a reptile or snake? He's already buying out the entire hamster section.
Exactly.
Like, you need this and you need that. And
yeah.
he's like, there's no room for the cozy house.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you like that he put the hamster running wheel? He attached it to his dash.
I loved it. I also liked the lengths he went to find out where Santa lived. Like, I was like, this is some like Lois Lane bullshit. Like, you are like calling up schools and shit and like doing all this stuff. I was like, this is very like good.
Why does he have to kill everyone he talks to?
Oh my god, right? I'm all like, I kind of got the sense that maybe it's because like they saw his face, but I'm all like, dude, like they're never gonna find you, fucker. It's Canada. They don't find anybody up there. I'm like,
how did he kill everybody in America before he even gets to Canada?
I know. Yeah, it was so crazy. Like, I'm just the whole time I'm just like, this is so crazy. And I loved how he bought people's like Christmas, the things they got from Santa.
That said made from Santa's workshop.
Yeah, I loved that he bought all that shit because I was all like, my dude, and then because he was all pissed off because he asked for Santa to have his parents back, and I'm all like, listen, dude, I don't think you know how Santa works. Like, he can't build you new parents in his fucking workshop, dude. That's not how that works.
And he only has the one present he ever got from Santa, which is a police car that says made in Santa's workshop. Like, dude, you need to look at the big picture. There was clearly a lot wrong with that happened through your life.
Right.
Because you only got one present from Santa. One.
And I love that little kid that looks like he's like what, 7? He's like, you want to know what you get that from Santa for Christmas? He's like, yeah. And he's like, you know what I got for Christmas every year? And then he like busts out his arm with all those cigarette burns. He's
you
like,
thought that kid looked like he was 7? I thought it was like 4.
Okay, 4 or 5, but he's like, I can still smell the burning flesh. And I'm like, hey, dude, calm it. That's a child. Calm it the fuck down, my dude. Like, you are insane. And then he offers him $150 for that toy plane. And that kid's a salesman. I'll tell you right now. He's like, yeah, give it here, fucker. Could buy 12 planes. You know what I'm saying?
But the guy, but I go, man, that plane was way better than the Louisville Slugger the guy got at the beginning that took it to the what was his name? Skinny Man. He didn't really have a name. He was just Skinny Man.
Yeah.
Cracked me up. We got the Fat Man and the Skinny Man.
Right on. So I want to talk about Mrs. Claus real quick because I actually really
Ruth, I love Ruth.
I liked her too. I felt like she had a good head on her shoulders and she kept trying to talk sense in him while feeding him cookies, which I want to try those cookies because I'm like, how good can they be? Like, let's be honest. But I just like how she's all like, we'll make it. We always do. And then he's like, will we? And I was like, hey, Ruth knows what she's talking about. She's a smart lady. Come on, give her. And then they banged later on.
While everyone's dying.
While everybody's dying, right? I did like her a lot. I thought that like when he came back after Christmas and she's all like, ah, damn it, all the hell and everything when he gets shot. And he's like, yeah, they got the sled too and everything. And I was like, that's crazy. I did like how he healed and everything. I was like, that's super fun.
I liked when she brought him the folders later of like kids that he fulfilled their gifts and how that gift affected them later in life. I liked that. Like she was reminding him why he does it.
I did like that too, except those, I'm not gonna lie, those files seemed a little bit old. I was like, you guys could get some updated photos of
and people. There were only 3 and I went, really? That's it? 3?
Yeah, like a small piece of me wonders is like, are those the only 3 ever? Yeah. Like
like you couldn't go to Target and buy a fresh new box of manila folders. You're using the same ones over and over, or do you just not need it anymore?
Right on. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so, no, I liked all of that. I really liked how the bounty hunter like hunted down. Like, I love how when he went to the post office, he's like, because he was super smart about shit. He's like, yeah, I'm looking for this PO. He's like, you mean Chris? He's like, yeah. What's his last name? He's like, I don't know. He's like, you got somebody coming here, you know their last name? He's like, never needed. I was like,
that way for as long as I can recall.
Exactly. And I just want to be like, hey, fucker, you don't know how small towns work. They usually just they know everybody, but they don't care. Come on, man. And then I like how the bartender
not about that kind of stuff. They only care about the juicy stuff.
Yeah. So then I like how he's like, does he still drive that red Chevy? Blue Ford or green Ford or whatever. And there's like, oh yeah. I like that would have sent red flags to me personally. I would have been like, what do you mean red Chevy? I'm like, interesting. I'm like, I'm gonna call Chris up and tell him. Speaking of the bartender, I have to admit, Chris is kind of a dickhole for cock blocking that chick.
He was saving
a marriage,
the family. Yeah,
listen,
it's probably not gonna work out anyway.
Yeah. If
not next time he's in town.
Exactly, I was all like, listen, I'm glad that he stopped him from ruining his marital vows because that's bad. That is bad. That's not very good. But I'm all like, if he's not gonna do it here, he's gonna do it somewhere else, my dude. Or at some other time. I'm like, you're just saving him this one time. You're gonna be there next time when he's walking into a massage parlor trying to get a little tuggy. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. So
saving the Christmas for the children.
The children. The children. It is pretty nice seeing your kids open up their Christmas gifts on Christmas. It's pretty great. Okay, so can we now that we got all that, let's flash forward to when what is our assassin's name? Because I just know Walter Goggins. Wait, what's his name?
The only thing they ever called him is Skinny Man.
Okay, well, let's just call him Skinny Man though, because I only know Walter Goggins. That's the actor's name because his name is Goggins and I like it. Anyways, okay, so he buys a wonderful white coat. I love how he buys that white coat in that store and he's like, you are a man of excellent taste. I was like, that is a really nice coat. I actually do like it a lot. I
liked when he was shopping and the guy was watching him rub the material to say, like, oh, I don't like duck down.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. It was good. Like, how much plastic can make one coat?
His name really is Skinny Man. That's what it says in the IMDb.
right, let's just call him Skinny Man. Okay.
Skinny
So
man.
Skinny Man. So Skinny Man, he is he ends up like attacking Santa's workshop, right? Now I loved every minute of this. I loved how it was like
He
it,
kills
oh, he
everybody.
killed, well, no, not the elves. He doesn't try to
Not
kill
the
the
elves.
elves.
He
Yeah.
only killed all the army guys. Because we should have said Santa, because he's doing this army contract, the army is like got like
A
poodles of them in
perimeter.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're secured the perimeter, they're guarding the elves and the product.
yeah. And I have to say,
There's a
a
general. Is he a general or a
I
colonel or a
don't
captain? Captain. I think he's a
remember.
captain.
Yeah, he's a captain. Okay. One thing I did like about this movie before I get into the rest of it, I did like how they brought like a real worldness to Santa Claus. Like it wasn't just a fictitious, like his workshop was a barn with like a tunnels underneath and shit. And it was very like real worldy. And then
They
it
had to keep it
also,
hidden.
yeah, and then it also did not make me put faith in the U.S. Marine Corps. I mean, like they were just
It's
getting
the
taken
army,
out.
not the
The
Marine Corps.
fine, the army was getting taken out like easily by this one fucking dude, and he had like one gun and like some smoke bombs, and I was like, you guys are getting your dicks beat off by this guy, and not in the good way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but
they seem to have bad aim because even the ones that were able to shoot at him, like
oh
the
yeah,
captain just nicked him.
yeah,
Like,
they were like fucking stormtroopers, so they couldn't hit anything. Like
yeah, and they were going down like nobody's business.
yeah, they were going down, down and turn it around. You know what I'm saying? So I did like so then when finally he goes mano y mano with Santa, the big man, you know what I'm
The
saying?
fat man.
The fat man. I also loved how Ruth was all like helping him get ready. Like she was loading up the guns with him and getting the bullets and everything. I did like that too. Cause I was like, see, she knows how to defend her man. And then later on she comes in and shoots at him and she's like, yeah, you don't fuck with my man. You know what I'm saying? Um, I did like so then they're going at it and I thought that was pretty good too. I did, and then I love how he like pulled out the gun. He's like, you see this? This was the last gift you ever gave to me. And he's like, there's only so much I can do. I can't bring back your parents. I was like, and that then like I said
I
before,
can't make him better because remember his parents weren't dead because his dad would stick cigarettes in his arm.
okay. I got the sense that his parents had died and he just like went and lived with like an uncle or something.
Oh,
But
maybe he did. I don't know.
maybe I don't remember, dude. And I'm too I don't want to look it up now. But anyway,
Yeah.
so and I'm like, yeah, I think you put a little too much stock in Santa, okay, Skinny Man.
He's not God.
Yeah, exactly. But he's like, well, guess what? It's time to go and everything. So then they start like, gunfighting and stuff, which was very fun. I really loved it when he like hid behind those logs and then Santa like ran up. He's like, oh fuck this, and he was like underneath it. I was like, oh, that's a good move, Santy. That's a good move.
But why
Um,
was this two walls of lumber and nothing in between them?
right? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I just spilled all over myself.
He needs
Like
a sippy cup.
like all over me. Fuck you, bitch. Does this look like a fucking sippy cup?
No, but you should have put it in one because you just wasted a whole drink
It's a
down here.
juice box. All right. So yeah,
So that's
no.
what I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you a giant box of wine and give you like a giant straw.
I'll take it. Anyways, so I really yeah, so I love this fight sequence because I thought it was just really like, I don't know, like real worldy. Like I felt like it was like if this was a real gunfight, that's how it would be.
What did you think about the grand finale of the fight?
Was the explosion?
No, where Santa gets shot in the eye.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Because the explosion was beforehand, because that's when
Yeah.
he left the
Did you think Santa was dead?
no. The very first time I watched it, I'm gonna say no, because I was just like, they can't kill Santa. But at the same time, if they would have killed Santa, I would have been like, I don't know, that kind of would have been a good idea, just because it
Well,
gives this like whole like you can't expect for everybody to survive every single movie.
but I thought of it as like other Santa movies where like Santa Claus. when Santa dies by falling off of a roof, Tim Allen
Mm,
puts on the jacket and takes over the job.
that's a good.
And
That's
so what if it's like, I kind of thought, oh, are they doing a thing where like he kills Santa and because now he's going to become Santa and because he hated him? Because at one point Santa says, I didn't always do this, you know.
right. No, that's
I
a good
thought
point.
maybe that was what, because then I'm like, okay, well, your elves die off. Does Santa die off?
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Speaking of that, when the elves died off, I like how they didn't exchange numbers. They just did they just
They
kept their
retired those
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, it's disrespectful to change a number. And I was like, oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. Um, oh, I was gonna say one thing else. Okay, when that kid kidnaps that little girl, right?
Oh, it's beginning the girl who won the science fair and he became runner up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Were you all like, dude, your project wasn't that great? I mean, like water energy and sun energy, like, ooh, way to be original, fuckers. So I was just all like, listen, this your projects both suck. I would have gave it to somebody else in all honor, in all honesty. I was like, and been
I
like,
just
it's like,
feel that's the best thing you got going on in your life is what you get in your school science fair. Like that's your big hurrah is getting a little plastic blue ribbon that says best in show. Because when I first saw those, I was like, oh, is he like a rich kid who like has a fancy dog and takes it to dog shows, and that's what held the best in show.
that wouldn't surprise me, yo. I was just like, this is insane to the membrane. Okay, so then I want to move it to the very end scene where this kid gets confronted because he kills the skinny man.
Yeah, the skinny man dies.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. And I
So
love how, okay, so this kid, he finds out, his grandma finds out that her money is going missing, which, by the way, how much do you think that this assassin cost?
oh, he's got to be at least 50 grand, wouldn't you
Yeah, that's what
think?
I was thinking. It was well, I thought like 20 grand a pop, but I was like, but 50 grand sounds totally fine too. But I was like, how much did he charge him 50 grand to kidnap that little girl? Because he didn't kill anybody. He just got her away and like then brought her home. But I was like, at the same time, I was like, with gas money and shit, I guess, your time is worth something.
Then you also
Um,
got to go, but then he's also taken the responsibility if he kidnapped the girl. And what if he would have decided to kill her? Then he's got to get rid of the body. I still would have charged. It'd just be a flat $50 a job or 50,000 a job, whether it's big, little, whatever.
right on. I also liked how okay, so when the grandma finds out that
Oh,
her
she's
money is
mad.
gone. Oh, she is
She is
pissed.
not sweet little grandma
Oh
anymore.
no, she's like, what does she say? She says something like, she's like, find out who they are and like cut their throats or some crap like that. I can't remember what she says,
Yeah.
but
Oh
it's like,
no, she says something like, "I want you to find out who these." Does she say fuckers? I feel like she says fuckers, but she
oh
might
yeah,
not.
go ahead with it. If she doesn't, she should have because
Right?
they
And
well,
she's
you
like,
you still mind with
"No,
this.
no,
Listen, you fuck with my money, you getting fucked up. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
for sure."
Um,
The kid has brought her milk again.
no, he hasn't brought her milk because he's got her
No,
milk and he's
he's
like,
got it, but he hears it. He's bringing her the milk when he hears her.
yeah. And then he decides he's gonna add a little bit more Lexapro to her milk or whatever. I don't know what drug it was.
It was fentanyl.
Yeah, sure. Yep, there we go. And then that's when he gets a knock at the door because the maids have let Santy and his wife in. And I love how okay, so Santa comes in, and as soon as he came in, I'm like, hey fucker, sorry.
I'd have
And
been
then
like, "Who are you?"
yeah, he drinks the whole glass of fentanyl laced stuff.
Milk.
Milk, yeah. And then like when they showed off his like, his non-existent eye, what did you think about that? Because I felt like they didn't show it good enough because it was still like in the shadow, like it was like this, but hold on, in
Yeah.
the shadows, like it was like I was like, hey, I want to see your eye hole and everything. But
But my whole thing is there really supposed to be an eye hole there because he killed himself? Because later he still's got an eye patch on. He's wearing a metal eye patch late at the very, very end. And I feel like
Yeah.
all the other bullet wounds he has, like, I'm not saying he gets an eye back, but wouldn't the skin and everything heal around? I mean, technically, if there's some eyeball left, couldn't it fix itself?
I honestly don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, he didn't really like, he didn't have a hole. He just had like a, like, I just feel like they didn't want to pay for like CGI to show like a hole there. And I was just like, I just want to see your hole. That
That's
came
what
out
he
weird.
said.
That came out weird. I want to see your hole. Yeah. Yeah. Spread it, Santy. Anyways, so like, I'm just curious, like, do you think that that kid really turned his ways around, or, and do you think they ever found out where the money went? Like, did grandma ever find out where the money went?
Grandma found out for sure.
Do you think she fucked her grandson up or whatnot?
Oh yeah, I think she disinherited him.
Right on. Okay, so I have a question for you. So since this movie was very like, it dealt with Santa, but it was very real world Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other mythical beings, like say the Easter Bunny, that you would want to see this movie about? And if so, which one?
No.
No, I kind of thought I would want to see maybe like the Tooth Fairy, you know, like a real world Tooth Fairy where she's all like, hey, I gotta get these fucking teeth, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I don't understand why the government would be paying her to collect fucking
Well,
teeth.
off the top of my head, I don't know. Maybe the Dentist Association. I don't know, but I'm
Maybe
just
they want them for the DNA.
maybe. I was just like, I don't know. I would see something. Maybe with the Easter Bunny, like, hey, fuckers, we gotta get these eggs. Where's the chickens? Where are the chickens? Ah, god damn. Like maybe a commentary on the fast food industry and how they make too many chickens with hormones, and like they're not giving us the proper eggs. Ah, Jesus. Ah, God. And then like they're just like pissed off because the of Christianity, like Christians are hurting us, dude. We can't make a chocolate covered Christ. um okay, Iveta, do you have anything else you want to say about this movie?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Right on. So you did like it?
I did.
Right on. Would you I liked this movie too. I thought it was really good. I mean, I know, I like I said, I watched this movie with our mother, and we had watched a couple of movies before that she wasn't interested in, but this one came on and she goes, what is this one called? And I was like, it's called Fat Man. Fat Man. Huh. And then it just said Mel Gibson. She's like, oh, Mel Gibson. I like him. I was like, I know you do, Mom. And so, and then at the end, she's like, I like that. I like that Mel Gibson shooting up stuff. I was like, that's great. That's great. I love it. So, yeah, I like this movie. Would you suggest this movie?
For sure.
Me too. I think it's going to be in my holiday season
Yeah.
movies from now on. I really liked it a lot. Um, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add to this, Vetta? Anything at all?
I would like the cookie recipe.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Ruth, shoot us your cookie recipe,
Right?
baby.
I want to see it if they're really that good. And
Yeah,
she's making cookies all the time. She's
all
carrying
the
a
time.
plate of cookies out all the time. And I'm like, girl, how many? Because you never actually see her making the cookies. They're already decorated and she's putting them on the plate, and then she walks
That's an
out carrying the
excellent point.
plates. I'm like, how many cookies does this recipe make? Are you making like cookies once a week and then just decorate them every day?
Right, that's good. I do wonder about their vegan no
Vegan.
gluten. I was like I want to see that movie. I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe just like a short, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little something just to see what's going on there. Like,
sugar-free, what was it, gluten-free vegan
yeah,
cookies?
I'd even watch their sex tape. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I want to see what's going on here. What's going on
It
here?
was a dark time in her life.
For sure, for sure. All right. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening to us, you guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, you guys, to keep up with all our shenanigans and everything. That's at BS Drunk Pod. We will update you and everything, give you fun facts, everything you need to know about this podcast. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or anywhere where you get your podcast needs, please give us a 5-star rating / a good review, you guys. It really helps us out financially wise, and we really do appreciate it. We really, really do. We'll also be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so you can check us out there to see our lovely faces, everything. And that's at YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Also, you guys, we've started up a Patreon. It's pretty awesome. We do franchises there. We've done the Bring It On series. We've done Scream, Jurassic Park, Sex and the City, where we're going to be moving on into the future with other things. But it's really a good time over there. And there's plenty of different levels to suit whatever you can deal with financially and everything. So go over there and check it out. The link for that will be in our description down below. But most importantly, you guys, please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.